Now, we're going to move on to my very first cruise line, actually. I spent 6 years working for Costa Cruises. Absolutely loved it. We called it cruising Italian style in those days. This is actually the Neoromantica. It's an absolutely stunning ship. In fact, let's take an opportunity to look at Costa Cruises. Yeah, well, do you know what, Costa, it's one of the cruise lines that I'm not that familiar with, but it's short time of looking at it. Wow, I want to go on one of these ships. On the actual Romantica itself, they've got a wine and cheese bar, and for me, straight away, you know, if you do enjoy that indulgence, then that's great. If wine and cheese is not your thing, how about coffee and chocolate? There's a coffee and chocolate bar on board. Now, she's a slightly smaller ship, but she's been recently refitted, and the decor is modern. It is absolutely exquisite. It's unlike anything you're probably likely to find on land, and you can see the food there and the cuisine. Like you were saying, you know, it's cruising Italian style. Yeah. There's the wine and cheese bar that I was talking to you about earlier on. If you do like that quality, then I don't think you're going to be disappointed. The dining rooms, the actual, I mean, look at those lounges. It is absolute luxury. And as the name suggests, Romantica, I think it would be a great romantic break, especially where we're actually going. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Come on, what are the Italians known for? They're known for their style. You know, I think a lot of them are great flirts, and romance is certainly something that we think about. Wonderful line. I absolutely loved it there. And you can see just how beautiful that is. But although the ship is beautiful in itself, it isn't just about the ship. This particular cruise really is about the itinerary, especially with overnights in the Seychelles, overnights in Mauritius. So let's take the opportunity right now to see where you're going to get to visit. And like we're saying, we're talking about destinations there. It's a go-to destination to relax and chill out. Look at that. Beautiful. You are going to be in that tranquility, the waterfalls, the green lush forest that you've got, and then of course you've got the pure white sand beaches as well. Half the postcards and all the adverts that you see on TV, they're probably going to be shot in and around Mauritius or the Seychelles, and that's the great thing. You are doing both of these. Rich culture, a lot of French history, and very much, if you've been to the Caribbean and been to Grenada, of course Grenada is famous for its spices. Mauritius is also. It's a real clash of cultures. So that's the great thing. It's not one port, it's many in one. Now, after your first day in Mauritius, you're going to have 2 relaxing days at sea. Nice. And, you know, look at where you're going to be. It's going to be great weather. And you're just going to be able to enjoy and soak up the local atmosphere. And, you know, keep an eye out over the actual side of the ship. You'll see amazing wildlife and creatures, dolphins, the turtles. Then, after the 2 days at sea, where you can make the most of the spa facilities, get involved with some of the onboard activities, then it's going to be the Seychelles. Now, this is where you have the overnight on board. Yeah, so you go back to the hotel, the ship, at night. Exactly. Right? Yeah. So you've got that benefit that, you know, you're not having to unpack, you're not having to go to decamp to another hotel. It's all there, all air conditioned. It's that luxury that you quite literally rock up to one of the greatest destinations on the planet and enjoy. Overnights are really good as well, because if you want to stay on board and enjoy the entertainment, you can do. If you want to go ashore and be a little bit more adventurous, then you can do as well. Now, daytime wise, it is fantastic for those of you that like going out and seeing the flowers and the fauna, because it really is one of those unique areas of the world. Then you're going to be off to Madagascar. Now, this is the island of perfume. I was saying to you about the spices earlier on. There's a market there, the Hellville market, where it is just going to be, you're going to be intoxicated by spices. It is just there's going to be spices that you probably never tasted, never experienced. The smells and the culture, and remember, of course, it's got a rich trading history as well. Now, from Madagascar, you were going on to Diego Suarez. Now, this is one of the largest bays, natural bays, in the world. This is 156 kilometres, that's 97 miles long. So if you do like your outdoor activities, snorkeling, scuba diving, got to be a go-to point. And, of course, rich French history. The actual town itself is on a military grid-style system, so it's really easy to find your way around. Another relaxing day at sea, nice thing to break it up, because you've got all of these adventures, and then another nice day on board the ship itself. Into Thomasina, again, Madagascar. This has got a real rich colonial history. You can see here some of the forts, some of the castles. If you do like your history, you like, you know, if you want to visit one of these sites, you've got to go there. Don't go all the way
to Madagascar without going to these places. And of course,
that's just the other thing we expect, because we've all seen the cartoon movie.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of all the wildlife that's in Madagascar.
I know, just watch if you've got any fruit. They'll have it. From Tomasina, another relaxing day at sea. And this is the great thing about this itinerary. You've got port, you've got sea day, you've got port, you've got sea day. Then you're into the biggie. It's great that you're actually going to this place. I never actually got a chance to go there. It's known as the Paris of the Indian Ocean. This is Reunion Island. St. Denis is the actual capital itself. A real multicultural history. You can see there the mountains and the piton that they've actually got there. It really is one of those epic landscapes where you've got green lush forests, mountains, and then sandy white beaches. I mean, you can't...
Come on,
that is the Seychelles, and here's Madagascar.
This is a bucket list trip, there's no doubt about it.
Then you're going to be coming back into Mauritius, into Port Louis. Now, this is where you have your final overnight on board. Again, another great opportunity, adventure into Port Louis at night time. You know, you don't usually see these on cruises. You're in for the day, and then you're out. If not, stay on board the ship. There's going to be great entertainment on board, and nice and safe and secure as well. But, you know, overall, this 16 nights, Mauritius, Seychelles.
At the end of the trip, if you wanted to, you know, if you think, oh, I love it here, I don't want to go home yet, you can actually add an all-inclusive in Mauritius. 5 nights, all-inclusive, for £499 per person.
That is
so again,
great value, isn't it?
This is a great thing about Planet's cruise. Don't just think of it as a package holiday. This is just the bare bones of the holiday, and they can build it, they can make it bespoke to your needs. So we're talking here 22nd of January 2016, so, you know, get that for a deposit only, talk to the guys and start planning ahead. Return flights from Gatwick, we can provide flights from other airports too. That means you can stay overnight if you wanted to before you go. And then you've got 2 overnights on board in the Seychelles, and you've got the overnight in Mauritius, and of course we can add on those 5 nights as well in Mauritius for £499. If you are writing down the ID numbers, because you might want to go to the website, this one is ID 95666. There is an ID number for each cruise. Makes it easy for you when you go to the website, or of course you can even offer that to the agent when you get through on the phone.